Hey guys, welcome to today's video. We're gonna do a this or that. We're gonna go through a bit of my collection where I have done the most extensive clean out, and I only have on hand in every single drawer in here the very best of the best. Basically, I only have good things to share with you that I deem A+ products in many different categories for many different skin types. Let's get into it. I don't recommend enough for my oily skin friends out there, and I wanna do a better job of sharing with you guys what I try and what I think is best for all skin types. So I'm gonna give you my best recommendations for matte foundation MAC. This one surprises me. This is amazing. Now I can wear this comfortably if I want something that's not shiny, if I know I'm gonna be sweaty, if I want that more porcelain matte look, and I really wanna lock in the shine without being cakey or crunchy. I have normal leaning dry skin. I can absolutely wear this. For oily skin, I think this would look absolutely gorgeous. This is the MAC Fluid Broad Spectrum SPF 15 24-hour matte foundation oil control. I tried this when I did a full face of MAC. This is one of the few matte foundations that is higher end that I kept after my declutter. And then also this one right here from NYX. This would be gorgeous on oily skin. Again, it is friendly for someone that has combo leaning dry. If you have super dry skin, do yourself a favor, just don't even wear it. This is the Makeup Wonder Soft Matte. I've done a wear test on this one. Phenomenal, gorgeous, truly does wear all day long. I am clearly in my skin tint era right now, you guys. I have been reaching for these more than anything else, and I am a former full coverage lover, so I don't know what happened, but I am more comfortable wearing these right here than I ever have been before. Now, this is gonna work for all skin types. The only thing I will say is if you do have oilier skin, it will break down a little bit faster. You're gonna notice you need powder more quickly, so I would stick with the NYX. But if you have combo, if you have dry, you just want something to bring your skin a little bit of a uniform look that's gonna hydrate you at the same time, these are the winners. The first one is Versed. Now this has an SPF in it. As a bonus, you can slap this on. You don't look heavy, you're out the door, you've got good SPF coverage. The CoverGirl Essence, this beat out Chanel. Like, I love this one so much more than the Chanel that I spent $70+ on. I talked about it in a dupes video. This one is amazing. It has bakuchiol, skincare ingredients. It feels so fresh and good on the skin. Obsessed. If you want something that's not at the drugstore, a little more fancy, I would go with Make Beauty. This is the Diffusion Dew Radiant Skin Tint. This is steeper in price from the ones that are available at the drugstore, obviously, but it is amazing. It gives you a nice amount of coverage, and it is very much that beautiful radiant finish, never feels heavy. Now, you already know the Rolls Royce is the Victoria Beckham Skin Tint. This is my favorite skin product I've put on my face in so long. I treasure this. This has the Augustinus Batter peptide in it. A little bit goes a long way. It is magic in a bottle. This one is so nice. But as you can see, we have options. Is there a dupe for the Dior Cream Bronzer? No, there's not. But if you are looking for something that is super creamy, like, that is what is so amazing about this product right here. It's creamy, it's blendy, but it goes into a nice blurring effect on the skin and just looks great every time. The best one at the drugstore is from Milani. This is an amazing formula. It feels quite similar. You can see as I'm rubbing, it kind of goes down into the same thing. You do have it in a pan versus a stick, but this is one not to be overlooked. And not only when I was going through every drawer did I like sit down and go, will I wear this color? Do I like this formula? Is this expired? I also took it a step further and I looked at every ingredient profile. I went on my Switch Natural app and I just wanted to see what the questionable or maybe irritating ingredients were in all of my products, because I think the more you know, the better you can do. This, as far as formulation, didn't have too much junkiness going on in it. It's not going to clog your pores. It blends well, it wears well. Just everything about the formulation in here is so good. This is like a standalone moment. Speaking of non-tox but not labeled as non-tox products, Catrice came in swinging with this. I was so blown away that I put the ingredients in twice and I got the green check mark and I was like, wait. Like, what? Like, this is crazy, because almost every other product out there has like an endocrine disruptor and has something that, you know, releases a formaldehyde, or like, there are all these different ingredients that, yes, in the tiny amount that they put in cosmetics is likely not going to harm you, but it is that overall load. So I just like to look at what's going on. I was shocked. These right here from Catrice, these under eye perfectors that are perfection, that work so gorgeously, better than NARS. I literally got rid of my NARS one, my Becca one. This is the only under eye perfector I have left. This is the best one. It's just the creamiest. It does not crease. I put this on if I feel like I wake up and I'm not wearing makeup and I'm going somewhere and I look like death. I look like purple under eyes. This right here, this under eye brightener from Catrice, that I want to say is like $6 or $7 and is a clean formula, is a slam freaking dunk. They also have a under eye brightener in a wand form. This is a little bit lighter. So if you don't want the thick creamy and you're like, I really want like a thin application here, this one is phenomenal and they have different colors. She's very reflective. A little bit goes a long way. I kind of go off the back of my hand and then I will boop, 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 boop. And then I feel like I'm like tricking the world and I look like I got the best sleep of my life. More concealer options, because that seems to be the area that for me right now, I am struggling just a little bit with. So I got rid of so much concealer. Legitimately, the drawer like wouldn't even open. So I am in a great place right now, but I have identified the concealer that I love so much for someone that would have irritation underneath their eyes, that wants something really gentle, clean, pure, that also wants limited creasing, but doesn't want the full extreme full coverage. Because what I've noticed is as I'm veering more into skin tints on the regular, if I'm doing quick makeup, you cannot wear like a water tint and then just blast the under eye with like a thick cream concealer. You want to keep it light. So I wanted to give you guys an option for a concealer that is very crease resistant, that would keep things covered, but thin and light. We have from NYX the Bear With Me Concealer Serum. Beautiful, gorgeous. It does have nice coverage, but it's not bulky, cakey, heavy. And Kulfi, you can get this at Sephora. You guys, this is such a great concealer. I don't wear it enough. I'm in my discovering more concealers and not just wearing Natasha Denona every single day of my life era. So I have been reaching for this one again a lot, and I'm just shocked by how good it is. So those are two great options that are not super in your face full. Secret sauce right here. I don't talk about these a lot, so take notes. I'm sharing the things I seldom share. I do keep some things to myself, you guys. Like I talk a lot about all the things I use on a regular basis, but if I have a moment where my skin looks crunchy, it's dehydrated, it's not behaving, I want more of a luminous powder, I'm gonna reach for number 7. This is a finishing powder for me anyway. I think that if you have drier skin, you could probably wear this as a setting powder. This is the shade Light. It is the Lift and Illuminate Triple Action Pressed Powder. Beautiful, silky, creamy. They have a lot of shades to choose from. This one is phenomenal. And then Secret Sauce, you guys, Chantecaille. This is expensive and pricey, but like you just do a little of this, and I swear to you, you are filtered in real life. I don't talk about her often because she is expensive. I'll mention you like once a year and I will repurchase you forever and ever and ever. So good. But again, drugstore option would be number 7. We're gonna be doing a VIB breakdown. Like I think April is the VIB sale, if I am correct. And what I would do this year, and I am going to try more Sephora brand this year. It is on my things to do list. But if you are looking for a cream shadow, this is the one. This is like the only, it's not drugstore, but it is a good price and a good value. This is like such an underrated, fantastic cream shadow. I literally just barely went on my hand. Do you see how rich that is? It dries down and it does not get flaky or crunchy. They have a beautiful shade range, different finishes. If you're going high end and you want a liquid shadow, Stila is still the it girl, the fantasy. She's the one. For blush, I'm gonna recommend that you go with KIKO or Hung Van Gogh. These are my 2 favorite blushes right now. The KIKO one, I started reaching for again. She was like buried underneath like 150 plus blushes. And when I was cleaning everything out and I'm like, oh my God, I forgot about that one. It was like I found a long lost friend. We reacquainted quickly and I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna need so many more colors because this formula is so silky. There's not a lot of kickback. That's why it still looks very, very fresh and new. It is just beautiful, beautiful. Reminds me an awful lot of the formula on Hung Van Gogh. They are both creamy, but more matte. They blur, they wear really, really well. So either of these are A++. Let's get in the mood and talk about luscious lips. Let's talk about plumping gloss. I went through, I would say, a casual 1,000 lip products. I wish I was joking. I get sent a lot, I buy a lot, I hold on to a lot. I think that I'm always decluttering, but until I tore into everything in this room, I was delusional about what I was decluttering. I am so shocked to say that the plumping lip gloss that I kept the most of was Beckham. They have just stood the test of time. I used to sell Beckham glosses. That's how long they've been around. They haven't really revamped the formula. They come out with stains and creams, but their original glosses have stayed very true to the original formula. And it's one of the best out there. Now this is the shade Samantha. I'm gonna put a little bit on. Of course, when I was doing this process, I was knee deep in putting everything on. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I have a whole new makeup collection, even though it's slashed, less than half. This is such a beautiful, truly plumping, creamy, it reminds me of MAC See-Through. If MAC See-Through was a plumper, so, so good. White Russian is also a classic from Beckham. And if you wanted an option from the drugstore, my very, very favorite drugstore plumper is from L'Oreal. Now, I don't like the stain, so be careful because they look very similar. I like the Plump Ambition Hyaluron Lip Oil. Beautiful. These two shades right here, specifically 641 Latte and 201 Milky. Can we tell? She loves a milky nude. Everybody needs a milky nude. An almost see-through that can go on top of any lip color, just something to add a little shine and a little diffusion almost. So I love those. Look how hard this is to take off. That always tells me something. You're long wearing, you're gonna do a good job. I'm just terrified to smear it on my very favorite shirt, you guys. This is old, you can't buy it, but I'm gonna mention it anyway. This is from Zadig, and this is my perfect palette according to having my color analysis done. This was the one shirt out of my closet that we were oh my gosh, you've got all your colors in there. This is perfect. And I'm yes. I will have you forever now. Let's talk about setting spray. I have two from the drugstore that I highly, highly, highly recommend. As far as the luxury options, I rotate around MAC Fix Plus, Anastasia, Charlotte Tilbury, Laura Mercier. Those are some of my current favorites. At the drugstore, there are some incredible options. The L'Oreal Infallible is great, and I even like it better than a lot of the high-end, the one size, and then the one I didn't like from Juvia's Place. Get L'Oreal Infallible. It will lock you in like you will not believe. Now, if you want something a little more like MAC Fix Plus, you want a little hydration, these are the two. They are amazing. They are so good. I think anyone would like these. The Wet n Wild Take Your Vitamins. This is a super nutrient face mist, and it has vitamin C and I think niacinamide and all the things. What this does for me is it refreshes the skin. And if I'm too powdery, but I don't want a powder melter that's totally gonna oil up the face, this one is so nice. And under $5. Milky from CoverGirl. This is a ceramide mist. This is a nourishing milk. Now, what I really love about this one is you can go to town on the skin before you prime, before you start your makeup, or after. And it truly is just this beautiful, nice, milky mist. It makes the skin feel nourished, and it's just so gentle. So if you're having dry skin and your skin feels tight at all, and you're oh, I don't want to put on lotion, or I don't know what to do, my skin just feels kind of uncomfortable, this is such an excellent option. Very, very just soft, gentle hydration. You guys are gonna be get a life. We've talked about this so many times, but I'm just gonna share I just have to. Let me just hold them up. You need bronzer. What is Tati gonna tell you? What am I gonna tell you? You already know if you've been with me for any significant amount of time at all. L'Oreal Infallible. This is got every toxic ingredient in it. I did my whole thing and I was yeah, it's get on my face. I don't even care. This is worth it. It wears beautifully, never blotches, splotches. This is leading into summer, pool time makeup. If you get splashed, if you're in humidity, this is just the best. The best. Wear it on bare skin. Wear it on full glam makeup. wear it as eyeshadow. I will wear this bronzer until they stop making it. It's so good. This one I will also wear even if she's fallen apart. I probably could get like a hot glue gun and just fix it, you know what I'm saying? I love this bronzer. It's like one of those makeup items that actually makes me happy. Like I open it up and I'm like, oh yes, it's time. It makes me feel beautiful. I can take it down the neck, load up a large ES1 and just shoo, 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 shoo. And I go from feeling like I am unwell to very well. And I love how this wears, blends, all of it, just top shelf. What did I miss? Because I could go on. If there is a specific thing that you're like, Tati, what about a glitter eyeshadow? Like, can you give me like the drugstore versus what you would buy at Sephora? Give me the list. Let me know if you want me to do a part 2. I am happy to do that because we are fresh in here. We are trying new things and being so picky with what stays. That is the vibe for 2026. We only want the best. You guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And other than that, go and have a great day, whatever you are doing. And I will see you all in my next video. Mwah.